Last week we made a video talking about the worst parts of every single Mario game, and today we are doing a video based on the best parts of every single Mario game. Now let me tell you right now, to get started, let me give you the rules. So first off, we're going pretty extensively, including even spin-offs like Yoshi games, Luigi, and even Princess Peach. We will not be touching the Wario games, we will not be touching Mario Party games, or any of the Mario sports titles, and also any of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. So yes, we still will be sticking with RPGs. That means Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario, even Mario RPG, the Mario Rabbit games, but that's just kind of the general gist, and of course, your 2D and 3D Mario games. Now, with a lot of games on this list, we'll be going through pretty fast since there's a lot to cover, but also these are my opinions, so of course, all these games is going to be what I think is the best part of each game. But first, I want to thank today's sponsor, World of Warships Legends. World of Warships Legends is a massive multiplayer, free-to-play console game for naval battle enthusiasts. You will find historical, accurate ships as well as some fun collaborations. Scout and destroy your enemies with powerful warships, which Legends lets you take full advantage of thanks to the power and capabilities of home consoles. Yes, this is able to be played even on PlayStation and Xbox. This is a game that requires more than just pure reflexes, but also strategy in order to take down your opponents. You can also invite players or join other players' battles in order to play some insane 9v9 or even the exotic 3v3v3v3 battles. Yep, you heard me, that's 4 teams of 3. With 11 different nations that players can command, including the Pan-American ships, there is a lot of variety, including the fact that fleets grow every 5 weeks with new missions and ships available. With simple and easy controls to learn, this game is very easy to pick up and play almost immediately. But also, this is a very special occasion because it's the 5th anniversary for World of Warships Legends. So use the special code on screen right now and in the description down below for some special in-game rewards. During this birthday celebration, you get to explore some festive ancient Greek style events, including the new treasure hunt web event and also the new crafting station. So make sure you come on out and join the festivities yourself to experience new features like the US hybrid battleship line and multiple free opportunities for the birthday celebration. So if you're interested in diving into the World of Warships, make sure you click the link in the description down below. And huge thanks to World of Warships Legends for sponsoring today's video. So starting off the list, of course, is Super Mario Brothers, and I'd say it's the fact that it's the first game to really do it. It's the first Mario game really, and it's the game that got everybody excited for Mario for his 2D platform adventuring. For Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, I'd say because it's more of a challenge, it actually offers more challenging gameplay and challenging level design. For Super Mario Bros. 2, I'd say it has very unique worlds and enemies. It's a completely different experience, I know, because it's a reskin of Doki Doki Panic, but still, it's very different. Also, really fun boss battles, and the more I look back, it's probably got some of the best boss battles out of any of the 2D Mario games. For Super Mario Bros. 3, I'd say great worlds and fun world maps. Each world feels vastly different, and the maps can be kind of convoluted, but still they're a lot of fun to traverse and find secrets on, and you can go to different places and warp to different areas of the map, and they feel really interconnected, and I really enjoy that. The best part of Super Mario Land to me is just the uniqueness of the new kingdom that you get to explore with the Barabuda Kingdom, and there's like even other kingdoms that really have some Japanese inspiration and stuff, and it just feels vastly different from the Mushroom Kingdom and the worlds and levels that we've seen so far with the classic 2D Mario games. It feels very different and fun to explore this new land. For Super Mario World, it has great power-ups and great level design with tons of secret exits. That's the really coolest part to me, is the fact that there's so many secrets in this game for a 2D Mario adventure. There's a lot of things to find and hidden secrets and extra worlds and secret bonus levels to play with. For Super Mario Land 2, I'd say the cool interactable world maps is the best part to me. There's some really interesting things, including one giant toy robot Mario that you get to explore as the actual world map. I think that's pretty awesome. So let's move on to some 3D Mario, and first off we have Super Mario 64. This is the first 3D Mario game to do it, so once again, like the original Super Mario Brothers, that's the best part. It's the first 3D Mario game, and not only that, it's not restrictive, it's not linear, it's kind of open hub worlds that you get to explore and run around. Personally, my favorite would probably be just the entire hub world of Peach's Castle, but yeah, there's a lot of freedom with this game, and I think that's the word to summarize it. For Super Mario Sunshine, everything. It's a perfect game. I love this game to death. no, but seriously, it'd probably have to be Flood's edition. Considering the fact that Flood helps your platforming a lot in this game because it can be a little wonky with Mario's controls, Flood is a necessity, especially the hover nozzles. So I'd say the Flood mechanic altogether is just the big benefit with Sunshine. For New Super Mario Bros. DS, I'd say a true reinvention of Super Mario Bros. Is what makes it so good. It's a fresh take on the original formula, and it does so in the first best way before we get 6 others in the same series. But it also has great boss battles, some of the best in the series, and I'd say some of the most fun mini games I've ever played. I love those mini games, and maybe it's just nostalgia, but playing cards with Luigi in the casino is top tier. For Super Mario Galaxy, I'd definitely say it's just the vibes of the galaxy. It's a really well themed Mario game around space and planets, but mostly the level design is really good, and it has great boss battles. Not to mention some of the best music in the entire series with its orchestrated soundtrack. It's just chef's kiss. For New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it definitely has to be the 4-player integration, with 4-player multiplayer fun, with power-ups and all types of things to do together. You can pick each other up, you can throw each other around, you can knock each other into enemies. It's chaos, but when you just take it as a relaxing, fun experience and lighthearted with your friends, it's just a blast, honestly. And for Super Mario Galaxy 2, it's got continued great level design. There's really nothing else to say here. Personally, I always thought Galaxy 2 was better because it takes the design from the first game and all the theming of the first game and just does more of it, and sometimes even better of it with some of its galaxies. For Super Mario 3D Land, I'd say it's a great single-player focused platformer, but mostly it is perfect for a 3D portable Mario, and honestly it's the only 3D portable Mario we have, so it's great because of that. And no, the Switch doesn't count here because I'm talking about portable only console. What do I say good about New Super Mario Bros. 2? Because there's nothing in particular that stands out. It's very average. I think that's the big word for that game. So I guess if I had to pick something, I'd say it's great for newcomers. If you've never played a 2D Mario game, New Super Mario Bros. 2 would be good for you. I guess. New Super Mario Bros. U, I'd say the best part is the first HD Mario game. That's before even a 3D Mario game. Yes, it's full HD, it looks really pretty, and lots of the level designs and themings and, you know, even the world map sections look really great with its saturated colors. Like I said, I would love to see that world map, but in a 3D open world Mario game. For 3D World, I'd say the 4-player multiplayer in a 3D Mario game. The same reason I really love New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but this time it's a full-fledged 3D Mario game that you can play with 3 other players. You can interact with each other, you can pick each other up, you can toss each other around. It's chaos, but in the best way. For Super Mario Odyssey, I think the best part is Mario's moveset. It is the best Mario has ever felt in history. He is so fun to just run around, dive, roll, and even use Cappy with. And the capture mechanic with Cappy is one of the greatest mechanics I've ever experienced in a Mario game. Not to mention, the music in this game is also phenomenal. For Bowser's Fury, I'd say it's the first time we've ever felt a little open world for Mario. It's just freedom, and it felt really cool to be able to traverse from island to island once you unlock them all, at no load screens and no different transportations to get from world to world. It was the first truly open world Mario to some extent. And for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the best part is the Wonder events. I mean, come on, it's in the name of the game. It is awesome to find these Wonder Flowers in every single level and see what it's going to do next. The Wonder events are seriously the best part and some of the greatest moments in 2D Mario. Alright, let's move over to the Mario RPGs, and for Mario RPG, I'd say the best part is it's hilarious. It's goofy and it has fun characters. The whole theming around this game is so non-Mario, it's hilarious. It's just goofy, non-serious fun. For Paper Mario 64, I'd say it's the simple and fun battle system. It's the battle system that really started it off and didn't return after the second game because Nintendo. But yeah, it's a great battle system, Nintendo. Make it happen again with a new game. Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, the best part is just the whole game, man. Come on. But seriously, if I had to pick something, it'd be the story, the characters, and the world building. It's just such a great story and world to be in. Every location is unique and fun. The characters are just unique with their own little stories, and they're just fun to talk to and be around. The world building is great in this game. The best part of Super Paper Mario is just the wacky world and character design, and not to mention it has the deepest story yet. It has an extremely deep-rooted story that actually tugs at some serious issues, and I actually really love it. Paper Mario Sticker Star, This one took me a while, but honestly, the first thing I could think of that would be really good about this game is the music. The music is actually very catchy. Each location I constantly hum all the time. For Paper Mario Color Splash, I'd say the best part of that game is the Koopalings and their battles, even though they do use specific things in order to defeat the boss, which is a stupid gimmick and I hate it, but I love the Koopalings and their personalities, and it really shines through for them in this game. And for Paper Mario the Origami King, there's actually a lot that you could say. More of the open-ended areas allowing you to explore more, but for me, it was definitely the music because, oh my goodness, they went crazy with this soundtrack, and also the boss battles. I felt like every single boss battle was unique and it had a unique way to take it out that you had to learn with the arena style. I thought that was the best use of the arena battle system itself, way better than the actual enemy encounters. I loved the bosses, and even though their designs were just, you know, different school supplies, I thought they were really cool. Moving over to Mario and Luigi, for Superstar Saga, I'd say it's just the new kingdom of the Bean Bean Kingdom. It's honestly really cool, and the vibes of this game is just through the roof. Maybe it's just nostalgia speaking, but I don't know. Is it just me? I feel like when I'm playing this game, it's just vibes that's different than any other Mario and Luigi game. I love it. For Partners in Time, I love the whole time travel mechanic, and the younger siblings and seeing younger versions of different characters and stuff was really cool, like Egad, but also just the whole story with aliens invading the Mushroom Kingdom is something that I never knew I wanted as much as I did, and I just want a mainline Mario game with that same premise. I want aliens to invade again. Bring the Shroobs back, but for mainline Mario, please. For Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, I'd say the Bowser and Mario & Luigi battling in tandem. I love the way that works where Bowser can swallow something after fighting it, and then it switches to Mario & Luigi fighting it, and then once it spits it back out, Bowser fights it again, and I think that's a really cool mechanic that works perfectly with the boss battles as well. I absolutely love that. For Mario & Luigi Dream Team, I think the best part is the battling. I think the battle system works really well here and utilizes more of the space on screen where Mario can actually move around the area in certain ways and even dodge by moving around the area or even running toward or away from the back of the screen, which is really cool. And also the Dreamy Luigi battles are great when you don't have the stupid gyro controls. Yeah, without those controls, they actually are a lot of fun. For Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, I think the best part would be Paper Mario's new combat edition, where he has a more unique moveset, and I also liked his defensive options as well, not to mention the trio attacks are a really great addition. It's just really cool to have 3 playable characters like you had 4 in Partners in Time, but this time, there's 3 actually working on the battlefield and not attached to each other. For Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, my favorite part is that there were so many playable characters, and I actually found myself using each and every single one of them in unique ways. I love their unique movesets and the way they each play differently from one another, and they have their own role to fill. I love how many characters there are, especially with the Donkey Kong extension as well, that added even more, with Donkey Kong and even Rabbid Cranky Kong was a fun addition. And we have Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which the best part here was definitely the free moving, both in the overworld and in the battles, where in the battles you could run all over the map and see where you needed to go and even slide over enemies and throw them around. It felt more diverse, and they added more of a 3D kind of exploring mechanic to the overworld and even the battling itself. Now we move on to a couple of spin-offs before closing out with this video, but for Luigi's Mansion 1, the best part was the creepy vibes in the Portrait Ghost. We never really got those vibes back in 2 or even 3, and I really miss how creepy the game was. It was dark, it was eerie, the thunderstorm outside, the feeling of the hallways and the separate rooms. It was so good. For Luigi's Mansion 2, the best part for me was the puzzles and the mansion variety. They actually added a lot to Luigi's moveset, and I think capturing ghosts was the best feeling in this game still, and I love the puzzles and variety of the 5 different mansions that you get to explore. For Luigi's Mansion 3, it definitely has to be the graphics and the polish of this game. This is one of the best looking games on Switch and one of the best looking games Nintendo has ever made. It's also pretty much bug free for the most part that I've played, and the floor design is great with all the different themes. I love how much attention to detail this game has. I think that's probably on top of everything. I mean, every little thing you can kick over or knock over, from vases to bookshelves. For a game about sucking up ghosts, it's just incredible all the things that you can do in this game and all the treasures and secrets and Easter eggs that you can find. Now let's move over to the Yoshi games. For Yoshi's Island, the best part for me was I was always so excited to see the mid-world boss and the final boss of the world. There were 2 bosses for every world. So yeah, this game was packed with fun and unique bosses. boss encounters. The Yoshi story, technically I said this could have been the worst thing for some people, but to me, I think it's actually the best thing is just a little bit of freedom that the game gives you. Yes, it's kind of annoying that you have to go all the way back around if you get to the end of a level and didn't collect enough fruit, but you don't have to do certain things the game wants you to do. You can take your own path, you can go your own way and collect the fruit that you want to collect in order to complete each level. It's a little bit of open freedom for a 2D Yoshi game, which is pretty unique. And for Yoshi's Island DS, I think the best part is the different babies and all their different abilities and effects that they have. I think it adds a lot to Yoshi's overall moveset and makes for some really cool level design options. You know the way most people really hate Sticker Star? That's Yoshi's New Island for me. I cannot stand this game, and there's literally nothing I have good to say about it. Literally nothing at all. The music sucks, the gameplay is average and boring, nothing. The bosses are even terrible. So like, what do I say? If I had to pick something, I guess I'd say the transformations are kind of cool, even though there's like only 6 of them. So yeah, sure, let's go with the transformations. Even with those, almost every single one requires tilt controls with the gyro sensor, and I hate that so much. So even that's kind of pushing it. Like, what is Yoshi even supposed to be? He's just a head with skis. For Yoshi's Woolly World, I think it has great level design and theming with great music. I love almost every single track in this game, and it has those vibes. Like I said before with Superstar Saga, it just has vibes every time I play this game. The winter area just feels so Christmassy, I can't even explain it, and it's just one of those games that I always love revisiting because the world feeling is just great. It's cozy, it's cuddly, but it also with great level design. For Crafted World, it didn't have as good level design for me, but I think it has a unique crafty level theming that I think works really well. It feels like you're literally running around an arts and crafts studio or schoolhouse or kid's bedroom with tons of art supplies and arts and crafts all over the place. It's pretty good with its theming. Now we have 3 other spin-offs I want to touch before ending this video, starting off with Captain Toad. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a pretty good puzzle game, and I think my favorite part or the best part of this game would probably be the levels where Toad actually runs faster. I feel like a lot of the time he just moves way too slow, and there's a couple that give you dash panels that make you run a lot faster, and also some levels that just put you in like a minecart vehicle style level where you're on rails and just shooting things as you're moving. And for our 2 Princess Peach games, we have Super Princess Peach, which I really love the vibe abilities. It's the main mechanic of the game, and the collectibles are fun to find with these vibe abilities, like flying up with the joy ability or getting angry and burning bridges in order to find something underneath the bridge. I always had fun finding the collectibles in this game, even though some of them were very frustrating. And my favorite part about Princess Peach Showtime would probably be the same thing as the collectibles. The sparkle gems were extremely fun to find, and to me were the main source of gameplay. Yes, I could just bust through to the end of each level, but you can tell this game was definitely made for a younger audience. So for me, a lot of the time I felt like it was a breeze to get through, so I definitely wanted to make sure I collected all the sparkle gems, and they were kind of difficult in certain levels and a lot of fun to find each one. And those were the best parts of every single Mario game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Obviously this video took a very long time to make, so stop what you're doing. Let's see how many people we can get to subscribe from this one video. If you want to see more videos like this with other series from Nintendo, please show some love, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.